Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Duke200 here back for another Building the Oasis of the Seas update video. God, I'm sorry, the view of the bow is just so impressive. I'm obsessed with it. Okay, so here's the updates so far. I think this is episode like 2 or 3, I don't remember what we're on at the moment. Lots of progress. Lots and lots of progress so far. Okay, so for starters, the entirety of the exterior, like the base of it, is basically done. And also we started at the Allure of the Seas right next door. So this is a good comparison of kind of where we were versus where we're at. If you just kind of take a gander, you can already tell the differences. Like over here we get the windows and everything punched out, over here we don't, you know, that sort of thing. Overall, progress is going. It's going fantastically, swimmingly even. Of course, you know, not much has happened on the boardwalk, but we'll get to some of the big fun stuff we have on the inside. So, first up, I think let's start at the top and work our way down. So, starting at the top front here, we got the solarium dome and kind of the layouts and everything we have for the solarium. Now, this is something I didn't actually realize was it's very open air. Like, I kind of figured it was open air because, you know, it's a solarium, but I didn't realize there's so many just open gaps. And I'm kind of curious how that affects the space with, like, if it's raining and etc. I don't know. Just a thought that I had whenever I was getting here. Also, thank you to Jaden for making the dome. I refused to do it, and he was like, well, I guess I'll do it for you. And I was like, oh, thank you so much, thank you so much. It definitely also took a lot of begging. But he did it, and it looks fantastic, and I love it. It looks great. And then, of course, we have the radar mast directly behind it, with a bunch of air vents and intakes and stuff, and then this scoop for something. I don't know exactly what this scoop is for, but it's here, and it's very impressive. And this is take 2 of the scoop. First take of the scoop looked like this, and I really liked it, but then someone said, hey, it bends back in, so I had to redo the entire thing. So there we go. It looks much better now. We have a view down to Central Park. As you can see, we got a little bit of Royal Promenade peeking through. Now, Central Park is not being built yet, but it is the next major space on my agenda. So there we go. It's either Central Park or Boardwalk that's next on my work progress. There we go. And then I've not done the fin here. I'm probably gonna get a builder on the server, Will, to help me with that, because I don't want to do it. And then, of course, we have the saucer here, which will have the chapel, plus I think it's a lounge at the front. Is the Crown Lounge? I think it's the Crown Lounge at the front. I could be completely wrong. And then, of course, we have all of these suites up here. Now, I am not giving away cabins and suites just yet. It's kind of a first come, first serve. Everyone on the server has first pick. So, as you can see, some of them already decided. So, we have Grayson there. We have Jaden getting both of these because he's a freak and wants to. Of course, I got the big side one, obviously. And then Tyler picked this one. So, yeah. Slowly and surely, we're selling them away. I think in the last video, I showed off Ryland's suite back here. He gets the 2-bedroom aqua suite, and then Lego gets the other 2-bedroom right above it. And I think someone else picked one of these bedroom suites. I don't remember. Oh, and then Will picked a cabin over here. I had a torch right here. Yeah, I can actually copy and paste this. Oh, Will, your cabin's basically done. There we go. Perfect. Good for him. Okay, anyway. But yeah, let's take a quick peek at the loft, the Royal Loft Suite, just so we can kind of get an idea of what it's going to look like. And so that way, if there are some left, anybody watching might be able to reserve one. But again, it's a first come, first serve. If they are sold out, they are sold out. I apologize. Yeah, worst case, we have a lot of extra suites. That's the one thing about Oasis, is she has a lot of suites. Anyway, going into the Royal Loft Suite here, we got a bunch of mirrors, a little glass window. We have the piano here. This is a playable piano, so you can program it to just start playing music on its own. And then you got the beautiful 2-story area here with your upstairs bedroom and everything up there. Now, what's very interesting is I got the height in here wrong originally, and it's still kind of wrong. Not okay, the height in here is fine. It's the height of this beam, because it should be between these two, but I can't really do that because it's between the two blocks and whatnot. So that beam is setting a block too low, but I think it's fine. It frames the doorways really nicely, etc. Out here in the patio, we have your deck chairs. I think these are the wrong style. I need to swap the colors. The big dining table, bar, and then around the corner, which has a private door. You can close this area off for privacy. You have more deck chairs, this nice little corner lounger. I love this little lounger, dude. And of course your hot tub, jacuzzi, whatever you want to call it. It's really nice. And it looks off onto the Virgin ship, which is very fun. Which one is this? This is Valiant Lady, I believe? Whichever one's the newest. I think it's Valiant. That's like the recently brand new Virgin ship. That's the only reason I wanted to make this. Scarlet's on the far side. This is Valiant right here. And of course Serenade in the back. So, okay, going back in, we will start on the first floor here. Beautiful artwork. On the corner, we have bedroom number 1, which is, I think this is more like children's bedroom, but it can also, you know, if you don't have kids, it can be the guest bedroom. There you go. The bed can be split up into 2 twins. And then in here's your bathroom, nice sink, toilet, and then nice shower with a window out to the deck, which is kind of weird, but whatever, we'll take it. Then going upstairs, we have the master bedroom. So we got the big bed, a little desk and everything that looks off the edge. Kind of neat. I would love to just sit here and do my work and whatnot. Of course, you got the bed here. There is a projector screen, which is this right here. It can lower down, and then there's a projector screen here that will do your TV and such. It's kind of neat. Back here, little closet space, vanity, and then the big master bathroom. So you have your toilet, a bidet, his and hers sinks. You have a rainfall shower over here, and then the actual jacuzzi bathtub right here with a great view off the edge. Overall, one of my favorite suites. I love it. I love this space so much. I think I'm also, because I am the builder and, you know, I can do that, I think I'm claiming this Mass Ice suite, of course, and then I'm claiming one of the Aqua Theater suites because, you know, I can get on my level below. I don't know what's going on with this right here, but yeah, there's that. Anyway, continuing aft, I forgot to mention the rest of this. Of course, we have the look down into boardwalk. Right here is your zip line start. So it's the zip line from here all the way over there. It's not built yet, obviously, but it will be installed eventually. Over here, you have your flow riders on both sides, which is your surfing simulators. And yeah, your big aft mast as well. Now, I think this is for galley emissions specifically. I could be completely wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's what that is for, because there's ventilations behind the rock climbing walls here and here. Big vents that just go right down the sides. Kind of neat. But yeah, I think that's for the galley and whatnot. But yeah, I think that's it for the exterior. I can't think of anything else major out here. Oh, in terms of more cabins, we can stop at this one real quick. So this is the cabin of Dr. Jamie. This is their cabin. This is the presidential suite. Now this is a suite that only lasted a few months before they took it out and swapped it with 2, I think, grand suites. Grand suites or owner suites. I can't remember which ones. But yeah, they split this into 2 different cabins. So it's a very barren. The one thing I don't like about this room is it's just so empty. Lots of paintings and stuff, but it's just, there's no need for this. It's a little too excessive. There are 4 bedrooms in here and a giant, this takes up the space of 6 balconies. And then of course we have the master bedroom over here with a bathroom and everything. And then you have guest bedroom 1, 2, and then your secondary master on the other side. And then you got your living room, dining room over there. Yeah, and then the balcony has a big long table. And then you got your jacuzzi at the one end and your bar at the other. Now it's laid out very similar to the I think it's presidential, the royal suites, whatever, on like, bad example, Serenade and whatnot. It's very much like them, where it's huge for no reason, but it's a little too big. Like the loft suite can get away with it because it's a loft, but this cost more than the loft suites. And I think that's why they got rid of it, because it was kind of pointless. But whatever. We also have the standard balconies. I think I showed these in the last video, but yeah, they are getting stacked slowly and surely. We did decide to curve the windows. I don't know if that was a detail in the last one. It's been a hot minute, so I don't know. But yeah, all the cabins swap side to side. I actually do need to check my deck plans to make sure I'm doing the differences side by side correctly, because I might be messing them up if I'm not doing them correctly. Anyway, going to the front, we're gonna go down towards the spa level because the entrance is started. It needs to be refixed because I am an idiot and messed it up a little bit, but it's fine. Everything's fine. So here's the entrance to the spa. Originally, I had the elevator banks done and everything, and the entire entrance, but when I pasted the Royal Promenade in, I am an idiot and forgot that it was there, and so I completely pasted over the elevator banks, the foyer lobby here, as well as the entire entrance to the spa. So it was done at one point. It's not done anymore. Anyway, so here's the Vitality at Sea Cafe. So here you can get your refreshing protein drinks and, junk like that. Overpriced drinks, basically, for no particular reason. And of course, you got your kiosks here for makeup and beauty products, the whole 9 yards. Right over here is the nail salon, hair salon, the salon. It's the salon, guys. And then, of course, you have your check-in desk here for the spa itself. I have not put in any computers or anything just yet, but yeah, we'll get there eventually. That goes back that way. Right here is your manicurist, I believe. So there's, I think, 2 manicurists that go here. And then around the corner, we have a little slope down. This is a feature of the Oasis class that I am trying so hard to replicate, which is these random slopes that just appear around the place. But anyway, right here is the young adults area. It's not done. This is where, teens and whatnot can come get massages and do stuff like that. It is separated from the adults area, of course. And then down the spiral staircase, we enter the lobby of the spa. Of course, the plant is still here. It is gorgeous. It's beautiful. It has not been touched. In here, I'm trying to think of what direction to go first. Let's go this way. So we can go to the men's changing rooms right here, which, has benches, sinks, urinals, your changing boxes right here. Of course, there's also a shower around the corner. And yeah, the whole 9 yards, basically. Also, a lot of lockers. Hello? There we go. And then around the corner, we have some treatment rooms, etc. So you can lay down, get your treatment done. It's very backroomsy over here. Like, it's very... I don't like it. It's giving bad vibes. Of course, you also have your thermal suite, which is for couples, or if you want to just pay extra for yourself, you can just chill in this hot tub. It's really nice. Love the color scheme in here. Of course, you have your couples treatment right here with the 2 day beds. And then out here, there is the, I don't know how to pronounce that, Rosel suite, which is basically your mud room. So this is your mud treatment. You got a shower in the corner, your mud closet here, and then this is the actual suite. So you would sit here, and I believe you just rub mud on yourself, and it's supposed to be rejuvenating. I'm good, actually. I'm not gonna do that, because I think that's a scam. And then, of course, you have your ADA couple treatment here, which is a lot bigger than the other ones. And then all the treatment rooms over here, these are the deep conditioning treatment rooms, I believe. So they have the shower and kind of more stuff that's in them. More stuff going on. And yeah, there's a lot of treatment rooms around here. I'm not going to look at all of them, obviously, because that makes no sense. But yeah, a lot of treatment rooms. And then around here, there's actually a little pantry space for crew to maneuver around everything. But if we go back towards the front, I think we kind of spawned it in the glass and whatnot. So this is the relaxation area. So it's a nice, beautiful tree here, and gray leaves. It's very relaxing in here. We like to sit in here. We come to this place. It's very nice. I really like this room. Again, very calming, very large, very open. And I think that's what I like about it, is it's very open. Got the nice greenery going on. Over here we have the thermal suite. And yeah, just another nice relaxation area. The plants are really, they're giving. The plants are planting, guys. Of course, you got your rainfall shower over here. And then you have your aroma steam room. The Laconium steam room. And then the Caldarium steam room. And then, of course, another rainfall shower. That is the entirety of this spot. It went by a lot quicker than I was expecting it to. And I'm kind of glad for that. Because I didn't want to stay here with that for forever, basically. And, of course, this all connects up to the jogging track out here. So this goes all the way to the back. And then also has a little slope up here with an access point right here to a staircase up to the gym, which is not done yet because I cannot be bothered to make gym equipment at the moment. But yes, going back out, we have the lifeboat deck right here. You can look out at your lifeboats. It's very nice. On the newer Oasis class ships, this first lifeboat is removed because it's kind of not needed. And I think in majority of the maiden voyage pictures, I think the first lifeboat's gone. It's kind of weird, kind of wacky. But no, they put seating here on the newer versions. Like they actually increased this out to the side, and it's just complete glass where this lifeboat was. It's really cool. And it's a nice little chillaxing hangout area for any passengers who are brave enough to reach that area, really. But anyway, let's head back in, and instead of going to the Royal Promenade, we're going to head down one, because we actually have, for starters, the entrance to the theater, but that's not important. We have the entertainment place down here. Now, people might forget that this area even exists, but it has some of the most beautiful rooms, in my opinion. Let's start here, because this is the one I don't like the most. This is the Comedy Live. Mind you, okay, I got to preface. This is Oasis of the Seas in 2009. This is Maiden Voyage Oasis. I have to specify that because people get confused. So, this is Comedy Live. I think now it is the Diamond Club. That thing moves around so much, I don't actually know where it is now. But this at one point was for suite guests and Diamond Loyalty, I believe. But originally, this was the Comedy Lounge, and it is based off of a New York subway. I think you can kind of tell, just by looking at it, the kind of girders and whatnot. It's giving very... This is a very niche reference. You guys gotta stick with me for this. Are you ready? Okay. It reminds me of the restaurant from Wizards of Waverly Place. You guys catch that? You guys got that vibe, right? That, like, almost subway train tunnel vibes. Anyway, that's such a niche thing to say, and I need y'all to stick with me with it. Anyway, this is where your comedians would come, do whatever. I can understand the reason why the space got converted is because there's just not a lot of seats. And comedy shows are very popular on cruise ships. I don't know if y'all know that. They're very popular. And so, yeah, it just makes sense that this would get gutted and just renovated to somewhere else. But yeah, it's a very nice area. It has like these glass doors and everything that, like, you know, automatic glass doors. It's really cool, really neat. Across from here is the Blaze nightclub. And now I've been waiting for Jaden to build this, and it's been since the last video. I don't know how long that's been ago. I think I uploaded that like a month after I recorded it, so like, do the math. Do the math, editor me. Anyway, still waiting for him to do it. Jaden, hi.
Would you
hi,
like
Jaden.
Hello.
It's still here. waiting for you,
Susan.
all dolled up and pretty. Anyway, so heading across, this is my favorite room, I think. Jazz on 4. It's so beautiful. I'm actually gonna edit this sign a little bit. There we go. Jazz on 4. You gotta split it up. So this is the Jazz nightclub. And I just love the color scheme in here so much. It's so good. It's so good. The black chairs, the red carpet, this weird gray wall. It's so good. I don't know why. I don't know why I love this room so much, but I do. And that's why I'm so upset that Royal Caribbean removed it on Oasis's recent refit. They removed it. Wonder what they put in here? The casino annex. What is the casino annex, some might say, because they don't know what that means? It's the backup casino. This is the non-smoking casino area. Or this is now the non-smoking casino area. So all the color schemes in here are gone. It's a barren, white-walled room with slot machines. I'm gonna put a picture up because I think that's what it looks like now. I'm pretty sure it's just a barren white room. No stage, no tables, no decorations. It's a barren white room. I could be completely wrong. Anyway, it's very boring now, and I hate that they gutted it because it just looks so good back in this day. So we're gonna go up the invisible staircase here. Also, here's our lobbies. This is what they're gonna look like on the decks above. So there'll be a staircase here eventually. So we're gonna go up the imaginary staircase. Actually, I'm stupid. There's more stuff here. There's more stuff to look at down here. Oh my god. In fact, it's one of the biggest rooms that everyone knows on an Oasis class ship. Studio B. This is the ice rink. Obviously, it is not done. I was starting it and I was very enthusiastic to make it. But then I got to the part where I had to do the girders on the ceiling for the lighting and whatnot, and I said, no, no smiley face, not doing that. And so now it's left here kind of barren, kind of empty. Eventually it'll get done, just not now. I got the wings installed though, so you do have your little walk around path here, which is very nice. You can, go across. There's also a bar here. There's backup doors here with a glass cover. And yeah, you also have your DJ / electrical booth? No, the control rooms. The control rooms for the shows are right here on either side. And then yeah, this is a nice space because it switches between entertainment and then also people can just come here and just do free skating as well. All you have to do is bring socks and pants, and then that's it. And yeah, really cool. So going out, we're going to go this side because the other side is not fully finished. So this is the Casino Royale entrance, which is also the Hall of Odds, I believe is what this is. Yeah, this is Hall of Odds. So against all odds here, a lot of paintings and whatever, playing the numbers, beat the house. So I think this is Al Capone. This was a balloon expedition to the Arctic that crashed. I don't even know what playing the numbers was. There's a lot of just murals here that are really cool and really fascinating. And then, of course, we entered the casino. So this is one of the annexes that lead that way. We have an entrance into Studio B here as well. Going through, though, we enter the casino itself, which is a lot of slot machines and just a lot of craziness going on in here. Now, I am actually kind of happy with how this turned out, because it looks really good. It looks almost like the actual casino. Of course, you can only get so far with Minecraft, but I think overall it turned out really well. Also, thank you to Grayson, who gave me the idea of the candles for poker chips, and then I think it was Rilo who suggested buttons on the being pushed down. It was somebody. Somebody suggested it to me, and I really do like how it looks. Of course, you got your little chandelier in the middle here as well. And then the dead middle, we have the bar, which I think looks really good. All the oxidized, or the lightning rods are oxidized now because we updated in the span of me working on this. So, yeah, they all gotta get fixed now. But yeah, I also, this glow lichen, I'm going to say it, best block, best new block, because it is such a good little bit of detail that you can add to some blocks that just, like, it diffuses the texture on them, and I don't know, it works very well. And then, of course, back here, you also have the entrance to the Royal Promenade. Ooh, yeah, we're not going up there right now. But you also have your blackjack area in the middle. And yeah, overall, the casino, I love it. The casino is such a vibe. I'm obsessed. Okay, so let's head back to the front now. Okay, back here. We can go up the imaginary staircase finally. And now we're into the Royal Promenade, which I just finished yesterday. So if there's anything that looks wrong, I will probably fix it in later versions. Anyway, this is the Royal Promenade. I think that this looks beautiful. This is a stunning area, and I think it's captured perfectly in the game. So I don't even know where to start. Let's start on this side, work our way down, and then back around. I think that's the best way to do it. So starting here, this is Boleros, which is the Latin dance club on board. So you got your beautiful bar here with your hanging lanterns, etc. Your, of course, dance floor in the middle, bandstand in the side. It's just beautiful. I love this room so much. The color scheme in here, again, just like Jasmine 4, works so well. Of course, you have this nice little color palette over here as well. Now, again, refits to these rooms, tragic. Like, they removed all the nice coloring in here, and it looks more like a stereotypical Latin mix area, and I'm just like, guys, you fumbled the ball. Also, ignore the sign here. It will be changed. It'll be improved, etc. So going back, we have these little barn doors here, and this is for the cherry picker, which is this right here. So it's a giant crane, basically, if you didn't know. So let's say if there's an issue with the LEDs or any lighting in here, the cherry picker can come out here, set up, and then they can crane up to the lights and fix it. It's really cool. And then, of course, you also got the Zamboni, I think is what it's called, the little floor mopper. Yeah, it's all stored right here, and that was really cool learning that on the deck plans of that. It's just stored here, just randomly. They have a dedicated storeroom for all of that, and it's really cool. It's just tucked behind this little building. Next door we have Prince and Green, which is one of the shops on board. You know, I'm not gonna spend too much time in here because it's just a shop. All the shops look very much identical to this, so yeah. Next door we have these guys. They're just hanging around, just doing their thing. One guy over here brushing away the word Oasis and graffiti on the wall. I love these guys. Add such a life to the build. I love it. Especially this guy. I think the way he's positioned as well is just, I don't know. I think it popped off. I think it popped off, guys. What do you think? And then underneath this is some outdoor, air quotes, seating for Sorrento's, which is right here. This is the kind of pizza place, Italian food hall area. So you come in here, you have your nice buffet. They serve you on the other side. It's really cool, goes all the way around. And then we also have the pantry back here, which we're not going to look at because it's not accurate, and I don't want to talk about it. I don't know anything about the galleys on these things. I built galleys before, but the plans I have don't go into detail of what things are, so I just threw things where the deck plan says, and it looks fine. It looks like what the picture, the videos I've been seeing show, so there we go. And yeah, we have extra seating over here with some plants and greenery, this like nice 2-story area with some murals and stuff. I do need to add, I think, extra lighting to the ceiling, probably, but that can happen at a different time. And then, of course, we turn the corner. Did I fix the ceiling in here? I did, okay. We have Focus, which is one of the Photoshops on board, so you can come in here, use your C-Pass to get your photographs or whatever that have been taken during the voyage. Now, this is just one of the areas. So the other Focus area is upstairs on the top floor. And this is, I think, where they fully just moved it to. Like, this is the entirety of Focus now on the modern version. And this, I don't even know what they turned it into nowadays, because they always change the shops around. So I don't know which shop's what now. At one point, I think this was, I think it's Guess on a Lure. I want to say it was a Michael Kors. No, it was Regalia. Regalia Watches, I think, moved into here at one point. And then next door we have Willow, which eventually turned into a Michael Kors. So this is Willow. More, again, another gift shop. I like this one a bit more because I love this little ceiling feature it has. It's really cool. And of course, your nice little displays on the sides. It's a very traditional shop, in my opinion. I really appreciate that. Of course, you got your debugged fences here. No one sneeze. Nobody sneeze near them. I swear to God, I don't want to fix them. And then, of course, we have your exit here onto the boat deck. Now, there's still an entire little gap here I gotta fill in. But yeah, eventually you can get out to the boat deck here. And the jogging track. With a little slope up there. Okay, going in. Oh no, it broke. Okay, hold up, I need to fix that. Okay, much better. So, over here, this is the champagne bar. Now, doesn't have seating or anything, but it's your typical, lounge, fancy restaurant type. You just come in here, get your cocktails. That's basically what this place is. It eventually gets turned into the Bionic Bar, which I think is a good place for it. The champagne bar, I think from reading reports, it was very underused. It stayed with the ship for quite a while until the Bionic Bar came along, and then they, inserted that here and expanded the seating kind of out into the area here. And then going around the back, just an entrance to the top floor of the dining room, back that way. And then here is Regalia Watches. This is where it was originally before it shifted over to that side. This is the one shop I have not finished because I just installed it because I forgot it existed. That's, I think, the one thing about its location is it's very randomly in the corner. So, like, it makes sense they moved it eventually. Next door we have Guest Services, which I love that the sign worked out over here. Because originally I had it as normal signs, and then I had it the full, like, player head spelt out. It was just too long. So then I realized I have these item frame shelves, and I can just put the player heads in the shelf, and it spaced out perfectly. But yeah, there you go. Guest Services. Come here if you have any complaints, issues, whatever with the cards. I need to put computers back here and maybe some chairs, but overall I think that it gets the point across. And next door we have the Cafe Promenade, or the Promenade Cafe. And yeah, this is just a nice little area. You can come here, eat breakfast, eat your coffee, do stuff you need to do. And on final voyages, so when you're heading back to the port, whatever, you can just kind of chill here. I think you can also get like small beverages here on departure days. Don't quote me on that. I'm pretty sure that's the case. Also above this is the Schooner Bar, which is not built yet because I didn't want to mess with it, but that's what that'll eventually be. In fact, I do have the sign for it, which is this beautiful little sail here for the Schooner Bar. And on top floor, you also have access to straight out to Boardwalk back there. But we'll get to that eventually. So going around, we then have Cupcake Cupboard. That is such a hard thing for me to say. The Cupcake Cupboard. Cupboard? The Cupcake Cupboard. There we go. Nice little cupcake area for the kids. Come in here, get your sweets, your treats, whatever you need. There's a lot of videos from this area. They changed this recently. So Cupcake Cupboard was moved to the Boardwalk. And they updated it to like more of an ice creamy parlor type desserty place. Which is kind of sad because the Cupcake Cupboard really just fits the vibe here. It works very well. But they changed this into, I think it's just the shop, which is a very boring name for it, I think. But yeah, they changed it to a normal stereotypical shop. And you do have an upstairs area here, which I haven't really figured out the flooring or anything up on top of here yet. There is a bandstand here, so live music performances will be performed here. And then if you are a crew member, you can actually access over here to the top of Globe and Atlas, and this globe will open up and bring out like a ramp that the captain can walk on and give addresses to any passengers on the promenade. It's really cool. I'm probably not going to install that because it's kind of weird. Maybe on a lure, I might open it up and, you know, put the trek out. But I don't know if they still do that. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Anyway, this is Globe and Atlas, the pub on board. It's a pub. There's not much I can really say about it. It went by extraordinarily fast building this because I just didn't care too much. Yeah, it's a pub. It gets the point across. You got your bar, which is fully stocked over here with sinks, drinks, whatever, a bunch of art on the walls. Yeah, I think it gets the point across. I like the outside seating a bit more, personally, but that's just me. There should be a sign here on either side that says, I think this is aft, that's forward, just to kind of direct people. And then next, we have the liquor store. So you can come here and get your liquor, your good stuff, goodies. And the next door to that is the Solaria, which is where your more jewelry and stuff like that would be. Behind all the cases. It might also be perfume. I don't know, because you have your Chanel La Prairie, and then, of course, Dior. So, a bunch of goodies. And then this is port merchandise. This is where you come to get your ship models, etc., like that. The floor in here and in here need to be adjusted because they should be this kind of zigzaggy pattern, and in here it should be zigzag with normal quartz. Did I do that right? Hold on. There we go. It should be zigzag like that. So it's like it's a slight texture difference, but I think it goes a long way. But yeah, that needs to happen in there. I forgot. And then of course we have the on-air karaoke bar over here, which is so beautiful for no reason. Again, fantastic place. I think they changed this also on the recent refit. I don't know exactly what they changed it to, but I think they adjusted this slightly. I believe so. But yeah, it's really nice in here. I don't remember what the decorations in here kind of were telling. It's very futuristic. So we have a lot of these like blue panels that are glowing and everything. It's really neat. Of course, you got your TVs over here that have your words and whatever, your microphone. And then there's more TVs up on the top that you can access. Of course, full bar. And then off to the corner here. Now, I don't know if this is accurate because I couldn't find a picture of the room itself. But there's a recording booth right here. So I just threw a TV, a little shelf, display, and, you know, 2 chairs and a mic. I know there's 2 chairs in here. That's what the deck plan says. But it doesn't show anything else in the room, so I don't particularly know. Of course, you got your audio rack in here for CDs, DVDs, whatever you need. CDs, DVDs are the same thing, whatever. I'm out of it. Don't talk to me, guys. Anyway, right here we have Mando Coffee Bar, which is the coffee bar on board. I think in the modern version, this is the Starbucks. This is not included in your cruise fare. This is an extra charge for your coffee. Nice little seating for that. With these weird trees. I'm not a big fan of these little canopy trees because it makes no sense because there's a skylight right above this. So it's like, what? Okay, whatever. Then you got your little middle shop areas because this is a little shopping area. You got your 3 shops there, main shop there, and you got little 3 displays out in the middle. Again, with 2 trees that are dead, no leaves or anything, so I don't particularly understand why they have them here. But, you know what? Decoration. I don't know. I don't know. I just work here. Then you got this clock tower here in the middle, and it's kind of neat. I believe this is... not next cruise. I think you can book shore excursions, actually. That might be what these 3 in the middle are, is the shore excursions. Anyway, clock tower, shore excursions. There you go. Going back to the aft, we then have the... I think it's a Rolls Royce. The car. The car that's just placed here on the promenade. Okay, it is supposed to be angled. It is supposed to be like this direction. It looked horrible having it at an angle. And so I just decided to make it straight on just so it looks better. It looks cooler. Yeah. It is fully detailed. You have your steering wheel here, a passenger seat with a little extra leg room. And yeah, overall, I think the car turned out fantastic. It might be a little too big. Lengthwise, it is the correct length. Widthwise is the issue, because it should be, I think, 3 meters wide, but I made it 4 just because I wanted the 2 seats, and it looked a little too thin at just 3 meters wide. Because if you know how with a Minecraft car, you have to have a whole block just for this detail around the wheel. You can't just do a block and a half or whatever. So yeah, I think this turned out really well. You know, the big main feature for the Royal Promenade that you guys are probably waiting for me to talk about, the Rising Tides bar here. This is your elevator bar. You can hop on. It'll take you all the way up into Central Park up here. It is gorgeous. I love how this turned out. Down here, you get your little water features. Originally, there was a water feature. I think they removed it on the recent one, or the recent version. But there was water here originally, and there was a giant like pillar of water that just drained down. Originally, it's really neat. I decided to put that pale moss, whatever, actually the glow lichen, just around the water column to give it a little extra texture to make it look like it's moving, because Minecraft water nowadays just doesn't look as cool. So I thought this would add like a bit more of a diffusion on the color to make it look like a stream of water coming down. And I think texture-wise, from a distance, it looks really good. I'm sure there's going to be those people that are like kind of the old school builders that are like, that looks weird because it's on a water block and blah blah blah. I don't know. It looks fine to me. I think from a distance it looks good. From up close it doesn't look bad. It's a lot. It is a lot to just look at, but I don't know. I think it works. Whatever. So up here on the Rising Tides, this actually had a lot of updates, I'm now realizing. So originally, the bar was full wraparound here at the front. Eventually, they removed this whole corner, just so bartenders had better access out to the bar itself to help anybody that's in need. Originally, there was also purple chairs out here, but now they are more armchair, kind of recliner, not recliner. They're more like a barrel armchair type, whatever design, and yeah, I think it looks. I like the purple more. I think purple really pops. Okay, now we get to the skylights. So it is in a rainbow pattern. For those who know, they know. The light fixture is an LED. There is photographs of it being a rainbow color. So if anybody has issues with it being rainbow, take it up with Royal, not me. I like it as this because it shows that it's an LED, like, fully lights up the place. If you got an issue, take it up with them, not me. I don't care about the complaints of, it's a rainbow. Why do you have a rainbow in the thing? Take it up with Royal. I don't care. I don't care what anybody has to say. I like it as this. It looks cool. It's better than it just being plain white. Or like plain purple or something. I will mix it up on all the other ships, but because this is the first, and it is my baby, gets the rainbow. So that is the majority of the build so far. Next on the agenda, like I said, is either Central Park or Boardwalk. That's the big main thing I'm looking to knock out. I did start some layouts here for the Boardwalk, so I don't know what any of these are. I think this is Johnny Rockets right here. And then I don't know what these two are, but yeah, we're getting there. Slowly but surely, we're getting there. I'm excited for the library that looks out here, because I think it's going to be really cool. But yeah, we're working on it. Slowly and surely, she's getting finished. And I hope you guys are very much enjoying the process. There's nothing else crew related that's kind of, you know, majorly done that I can really show off, but yeah, that's the majority of what I got. Of course, we have Allure over there. Nothing is changed on her yet, other than, you know, the nameplate, but eventually I will copy majority. So this is what I'm doing. So I'm basically building the interiors outside. One, because it's a lot brighter out here versus being inside the dark, scary Oasis interior. This is also where the issue popped up of I'm an idiot and I copy pasted it and removed the entrance to the spa. Oh my god. Goofy goober over here. But yeah, building out here is a lot better because it's a lot more brighter and I can actually see what I'm doing. Don't have to worry about stuff. But eventually this is gonna be adjusted and inserted into a lure over here. And yeah, she's a good time capsule actually of where I was, because as you can see, it's exactly where it was in the first video. In fact, it's a little less than that because we're farther back in the first video, where I think back to where that little box is right there. And yeah, I don't even think a spa was installed yet. I don't even think the crew in the front was installed. Yeah, no, none of that. That's crazy. I never come over here that much, so I don't ever, you know, take a look or whatever. But no, that's crazy. That's crazy. But there you go. That's what we got so far on Oasis. Now, I hope you guys are enjoying her progress. I sure am. And yeah, let me hop on the bow here, and then we can finish up the video. So if you guys enjoyed the video, please make sure to like, comment, and you know what? Subscribe for more Oasis building content, and eventually the Allure of the Seas building content. If it happens, I don't know. We'll see what we get from here. Anyway, see you guys in the next video. Bye.